cleaning out some of my watch box, stock area. I get a lot of watches in a lot of boxes. I opened up my Rolex box and realized that it's almost 4 years exactly to the date that I got my Explorer. So I wanted to dive in a little bit and just kind of talk about the ups and downs I've had with it, why I still love it, and just tell its story a little further. Funnily enough, I still have the receipt in the box from when I purchased it, and the date looks like it says October 10th. I'll show you that here, but it also shows that I bought this for $5,700. With tax, it came out to right under $6,400. Wild price compared to where they are today. So it's really cool to be able to be like, yeah, I got this for basically half of what they're currently selling for. I've seen them going for 11, 12 grand. So that's just crazy to have documentation of how low I actually got this for. I got married in this watch, so it does have a pretty special place in my heart. There's part of me that wants to wear it every single day, and then part of me that thinks, oh, I don't want this to get too beat up, too scratched. But I do know that is the purpose of these watches. They are to be worn, so I do wear it as much as I can. There's weeks, maybe even a month, where I'm like, hey, I'll give this a rest. I do other things. I wear other watches, but this watch never really loses the wrist time in a large sense. Obviously, you guys all saw me throw it onto the rubber strap, and that kind of breathed this new life into it. It was really fun for the summer to just kind of have it on there and make it feel like a new watch. It had new vibes to it. I brought it to places I normally wouldn't. I wore it on the golf course, which normally I never would. And it just kind of made it feel new and whole again. And, 4 years into owning this watch, it's nice to kind of give it a new meaning for a small period of time. This summer, I also took a train trip across the country, and it was cool to kind of get to wear a watch with the Explorer name on it, doing what felt like a little bit of an expedition itself. This watch got to see places I've never been in this country. It's got to, spend time doing something that Rolex, I guess, in a sense, designed it for, taking it wherever you want and not really needing to think too much into what watch you're wearing. You have a watch that's built and fit for that purpose. Looking back on the past 4 years with it, I don't think there's anything that I would change about this watch. It is so comfortable. It is so versatile. It's just one of the most perfect watches to me, and I do aspire to own other Rolexes. I would love to have a sub, but I don't think I don't think they will ever replace the place in my heart or even in my brain that the Explorer has. The first time I saw it, I just loved it, and I know that it is not the most sought after Rolex, especially this model. They only made it for a year or two with the white gold 369. They don't loom. And I do hope that makes this a little more collectible in the future, because it'll be cool to have and tell the story of. But this is just such a cool watch, and it's so incredibly comfortable on the wrist. All in all, summing this up, I couldn't be happier to own this piece. The 4 years have flown by with it. I believe this watch is originally from 2010, so this watch is sitting right there now around 13, 14 years old. It definitely needs to be serviced, and I do want to put that effort into it, and I'm kind of torn whether I want to have it refreshed a bit and have it polished a little bit. I don't want to really ever sell this watch, so I'm not really worried about the resale value of it. I want it to look good and be wearable for as long as possible. So let me know if you think servicing is a good idea. I don't want to do I don't want dials replaced, I don't want the movement touched, but I think freshening up the bracelet and the case would be nice. There's some little dings. It's been around the block. Other than that, I'm excited for what the next 13 years may hold. I don't know what situation the guy who sold this was in, but he let go of a really great watch, and I was able to scoop it up secondhand. So that's really cool, and I'm really happy to own it. And it's been the best watch I've ever owned for these 4 years, and I look forward to many, many more with this watch. And I encourage you all, if you're in the market for a Rolex and you're looking for something great and unique, get an Explorer. Don't go sub, don't go GMT. The Explorer is the way for you to go. Trust me.